Welcome to today's video. Today we will show you how to import the 3M TruDef scans from their 3M margin marking software or their website onto your CAD dental program. Fairly simple. First thing you need to do is set up an account with 3M. You go to 3mconnectioncenter.com, go ahead and log in, and your cases will be here under cases. And as soon as that loads, you'll click on your patient with the files. Now you can open STL file. You can have 3M print a model for you by clicking here and changing it to yes. Click on this case number. It'll take you to where the prescription is. You can go ahead and print it down here. Then you can click on your files and open STL that way if you're making your own model. If you want the 3M lab, I forget which lab it's called, to create a model for you, then they need to go ahead and mark their margins themselves, and in order to import their margins over here, you need to have their particular Exocad file or 3Shape file, and in order to do that you need to call in the 3M connection support line and ask for the .exo file or whatever the 3Shape file is, and they automatically put that in there for you, and the file will be down here. And then you can just quickly go ahead and load in, hit the 3M button, and wherever your file goes, it'll be there. It's usually in the download section, so just double click here and everything gets loaded in. Last thing you want to check is to make sure it's the correct material and crown type here, here, and here, and here. And since that was an EXO file, my margins will have been loaded in, and I'll show you right here. I think this was a case I did a few days ago, a couple weeks ago, but I'll show you a new one and how the margin marking software works next. So in order to show you what the margin looks like imported, go here, and this was kind of a shaky one. Cut here, and now the margin should be, here you go. Here is the margin being imported in from the 3M margin marking software. In order to get the 3M margin marking software, you need to call up, obviously, the support line. They'll have you run through a couple videos of theirs, and then you have to take some tests to make sure you know what you're doing in their software, which is, it's pretty basic, and then go from there. You can edit the margin line here, obviously, however you like. This is their margin line. Again, this was a shaky one, and surprisingly it did fit and went in the mouth. And so that's how that works. This is the margin marking software right here. You'll go ahead and enter in your username, password, and then this will pull up the cases. This is where you print RX. Go ahead and print. I've already printed it. Then you hit download, and then after it downloads, it'll say open, and then the case will pop up. What's nice is it actually shows you the images of what the scanner took. So first things first, let's set it up in the articulator. If you're printing your own model, this isn't really an issue. Just kind of get it somewhat close here. The die cut is where, obviously, where you want the die to be cut. Okay, here we go here. And once you learn how to do all this on all the videos, you will be good to go. Alright, now here comes the marking margin stage. and you can see you can right click here and it'll change the actual, and you can see actual images of where the margin is. This one, it looks like the a little too much powder, or got a little too thick around here. I'm just going to go through this pretty quickly. I've already done this case here just to kind of give you guys a basic idea of what it looks like. I like to try to get an initial foundation, don't worry about it too much, and then go back around and edit everything. Again, you can right click on a certain point as you go along, and top 5 photos will show up, and then the margin line that you drawn will show up on here also. You can also check over here to make sure that you're getting the nice edge of where that margin is. And you'll also find mesial distal margins are always have been the toughest scans for the intraoral scanners to get. It's tough to get around there and capture that margin when you got the adjacent teeth there. So that's just basic. So now you can go ahead and hit the space bar, and you can edit the margin up and down, and you can still click on back and forth, looking at all the photos to make sure that the margin's on there nicely. And again, this is just showing you the basics. I'm not trying to get here and go through all that. So after you submit the case, 3M will go ahead and process the file. It'll give you that x.exo file for you to load into Exocad, or you can just simply download the STL file from the 3M Connection website. It'll be a zip file, so you just have to unzip it real quick and then drag it into your whatever folder you want to put it in. Other than that, that's basically how that works. And like I said, then you just go ahead and hit load. 3M TruDef button. It'll accept the .exo file. You just double click on it. All the scans will get automatically loaded in, and you're good to go. If you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, comment down below, and please, like always, hit that like button. Have a good day.